Jackie, police spent over 4 hours coaxing everyone out of this house in the 900 block of 6th Street South. Family and friends were in the courtroom, which was so full, Jackie, some people, including the sister of Clarissa and Dakota, had to wait in the hallway.
Police tell us that Prail and her daughter got into an argument and the mother was stabbed.
And the Lethbridge Police Association says it's unclear how long the process will take, but their focus is on finding the facts.
What happened when the verdict came down?
You could hear a gasp in the courtroom as the decision came in. People started crying when the verdict was read. That includes members of the jury and Colette Stephan. Her husband, David, tried to console her by rubbing her back as she started shaking. It took the jury just over 24 hours of deliberation to find the couple guilty of failing to provide the necessaries of life. The couple testified they believed their son had croup or the flu, so they treated him for 2.5 weeks with remedies that included smoothies with hot peppers, garlic, onions, and horseradish. He eventually stopped breathing and died after being flown to the Children's Hospital in Calgary. The defense argued the couple were loving, responsible parents who simply didn't realize how sick the little boy was. The Crown said the Stephans didn't do enough to ensure Ezekiel received the medical help he needed. The judge noted you only had to look at the faces of the jurors to tell this was a difficult case. The maximum sentence for failing to provide the necessaries of life is 5 years in prison. David and Colette Stephan will be free until they're back for sentencing in June. The Stephans, along with family and friends, just left Lethbridge Court and declined to comment to media.
Jennifer Prail found an eviction notice on Saturday. It said she had 24 hours to pack up and move out after her mother was stabbed in their North Lethbridge home.
And I'm planning her funeral, and now I have to pack all my stuff, all my sister's stuff. I want nothing to do with her right now. And find somewhere to take it, somewhere to go.
Police have charged Jennifer's sister, 28-year-old Jessica Leanne Prail, with 1 count of second-degree murder. She's accused of stabbing her mother last Thursday night. 54-year-old Shelley Christine Prail died later in hospital. Jennifer says her sister was battling a hard fight with mental illness.
Try and get her the help she needed, and everyone just kept sending her home saying nothing was wrong. Apparently there was wrong.
Jennifer and family members from out of town spent the weekend packing up the entire family's belongings, all while they grieve over the loss of a loved one. She says while the landlord is acting within the law, finding the notice on her door felt cold and callous.
I didn't think I'd have to worry about moving as I planned my mother's funeral.
All hope is not lost for Jennifer, her boyfriend, and her little girl, who are also living in the North Side home. Aside from offers for new housing, a friend of hers is raising money through GoFundMe for funeral and moving expenses.
It's kind of the only thing keeping me sane right now, knowing that I do have so much support.
Jennifer says she feels numb right now, but hearing kind things about her mother is also helping her cope.
I've heard a lot of really good things that people have been saying about her, and it means a lot to me.
We reached out to the landlord, who didn't want to appear on camera, but says she was told she had to evict the family. We also contacted Service Alberta, who says under the Residential Tenancies Act, a landlord can evict a tenant with 24 hours notice if there's been an assault within the home. However, Service Alberta says the eviction is up to the discretion of the landlord.
Taylor Oseen is following this story. Taylor, what's he saying?
Peter Smith says he felt like quitting was his only option, as the bar owners told him to keep quiet about the situation. Alicia, the former bouncer, says he's a friend of the LGBTQ community and says he hasn't been able to sleep since the allegations came forward.
There are 2 sides to the story, and it's time that it be heard.
Peter Smith says he asked a transgender woman to use the men's washroom because her ID indicated she was male and because other patrons expressed concerns about her using the women's washroom. Smith says he asked Calgarian River Rising if she had gender reassignment surgery. When she said she was pre-op, he told Rising she had to use the men's room because he says that's what management would have told him to do.
She said she was terrified to use the men's room. I said, I understand. Here's what I'm going to do for you. I'll escort you into the men's bathroom and stand outside the men's bathroom to ensure nobody comes in while you are in there.
Rising told CTV she stayed at the bar but didn't use the bathroom. But Smith says he was upset when Rising's friends allegedly started swearing at him, calling him a homophobe, a transphobe, and a hateful bigot.
And that hurts. From a group that wants tolerance and respect.
Days later, a sign posted in the tavern indicated patrons must use the bathroom of their birth gender. Bar management have since taken it down and now have a gender-neutral washroom. Smith says he doesn't have hard feelings, he just wants to clear the air. He says he contacted Medicine Hat Pride. The association says while it doesn't condone the Corona Tavern or Smith's actions, it is working to move forward from this unfortunate situation and hope it started meaningful conversations.
People are actually getting engaged and becoming aware of the issues that our trans brothers and sisters face on a daily basis. This is an everyday occurrence for them, and most of us just don't even think about it.
And Alicia, the Pride Group is hosting an information session on August 5th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Medicine Hat College Theater. It's open to everyone, including businesses, to come and learn more, ask questions, and even bring concerns forward if they have any. As for Smith, he says he just wants to leave this situation behind him.
Destroying this sled, and Brent Fikowski destroys the time to beat. Wow. Another win for the impressive rookie.
They claim that it's the fittest on earth. By their standards, they called me the 4th fittest man in the world.
Brent Fikowski says he never expected to take his CrossFit training this far.
I took up CrossFit to get better for volleyball, to try to run a little faster and jump a little higher, and then just sort of fell in love with the competitive side of it and sort of changed my focus.
It took Fikowski 4 years to qualify for the CrossFit Games, and his finish in the July competition, just 1 spot shy of the podium, has him determined to train harder and get back to the Games.
I think if I'd come last place or if I'd come first place, the things I need to work on haven't changed. They're still my weaknesses. I need to get a little stronger in certain areas.
The 25-year-old played for the LCI Rams in 2007 when they went undefeated, winning 59 games in a row and were inducted into the Lethbridge Sports Hall of Fame. He went on to play volleyball for Lethbridge College Kodiaks before leaving to Australia in 2012 to finish his accounting degree. Fikowski says that's where he signed up for CrossFit.
When I was able to come 5th place in a relatively competitive field and surprised myself with that, a few months later I won my first competition and sort of started to believe that maybe the work I'd been putting in throughout my whole life and just recently in the CrossFit gym might make me good enough to compete at a really high level.
Fikowski's now living in the Okanagan, but says the encouragement he still gets from home is nothing short of amazing.
It's pretty cool to have to still have a lot of support from people in Lethbridge, call it my hometown for sure, and looking forward to going back there and spending time with the old volleyball teams I used to play with and maybe get on the court again. I haven't done that in a while.
Taylor Oseen, CTV Sports, Lethbridge.
Under the provincial government's occupational health and safety laws, there's no specific temperature listed for when work outdoors becomes unsafe. A wide variety of intensive agricultural operators will be affected, but the city's putting on many events to get people amped up for the race. They're raising money for muscular dystrophy and are hoping to beat last year's total. We're going to go up and see what they have to say. Are you ready?
Ready.
All right, let's go.